welcome back to the Srad restoration. Today I'm going to sort out the voltage regulator, well rectifier I should say. It's not just with this model, it's a general thing with all models. When the connectors start becoming a bit loose, it starts overheating and it gets red hot, and sometimes it'll melt. And I noticed the last couple of days when I've been starting it up and that it's been getting really red hot. It's probably down to this connection here, because like that doesn't look like an original to me. I'm sure that should have like a male and a female. So it looks like previously something's gone on here. So what I want to do, I want to take all this black tape off. I want to take the wiring back and then see what to do, whether to put like new connectors on to connect in there. I doubt I want to do that though. I think what I want to do, I want to cut the ends off and then just put bullet connectors on the end. I mean, I have got another rectifier. So yeah, if it messes up, which I doubt it will because I'm an electrician, so I know exactly what I'm doing. I mean, I've had a quick look at the drawing. The 3 black wires, which must be this one and those 2, or AC, that's coming from the alternator. And then the red one and the one with the white wire, the red's the DC back and the white one is the earth, or the ground as they call it. So it's pretty straightforward. The black ones can go anywhere. I think the black ones go all across the bottom, and then you got your DC, positive, negative out. The ACs on the bottom, they can go in any order, it doesn't really matter. So have a little think about it. I want to pull this tape back first and see what I'm dealing with, and then I want to have a little think about how to connect it back together. Alright, see you in a minute. Right, so I pulled the insulation tape back on the cabling. I don't know what the hell's going on with this earth cable here. That's been like stripped right back. So I think definitely the output, the DC output, I think I'm definitely going to put them on bullet connectors. So I think I'll do that part first. I think I'm going to end up putting them all on bullet connectors, and then if the rectifier does break in the future, all I've got to do is with the new rectifier is just put bullet connectors on the end of here. I haven't got to cut through the cables again, because it will already have the female or the male on this side. Yeah, I think that's the way forward. So I'll just show you how I do it. It's quite straightforward. First thing you need to do is cut these connectors off. You can tell the one that's been playing up, it looks like it's this one. It's gone all hot and it's all like melted the tape onto there. So yeah. So first thing I'll do is cut these ends off. I'll show you from there. So yeah, once you've cut them all off, just want to strip a little bit off the end. I'll try and do it with one hand. So yeah, get your cable. Don't strip too much off. See. Just try to focus in. No, it's not having any. You want to strip off about between 5-7 mil off the end of each cable. So then get to the next part where you start putting the bullet connectors on. Right, I decided I'm going to put bullet connectors on all the lives, and I'm going to put a straight through on the negative. I want to try and do this with one hand because I'm not sure if people know how to use crimps. What you do is put the end on. It's going to be pretty much impossible, this is. So you get this, twist it onto the end. So I'll do that first. So once it's twisted onto the end like that, get your crimp tool, and then the side with the dots on, that faces outwards. So it's a red one, so you put the red, over it like that, put it into the jaws, As I say, this is really hard to do with one hand. So you put it into the jaws with the red on the outside, and then close it down. So if you had two hands, you'd be able to hold it steady. I don't know if that's got it, but that's kind of how you do it. Yeah, that's got them. Then just give them a little tug to make sure they're tight. So now I'm just going to cut the plug off, and then put the female corresponding, except for the earth. I'm going to put that straight into the cable. So just get onto that part. Right, that's all the cables, all the bullet connectors connected together. Put the blacks to the blacks, the one with the red, put to the red, and then the earth, I've put white insulation tape around that. I had to put a block connector on this one because it was a bit short. But I put white insulation tape around this one just to identify it as the ground. Before I tape it all up, I'm just going to run the engine to make sure none of these cables get hot. Because if they do, that means I've got an underlying problem somewhere. But then I'll neatly tuck them, you know, tape them all up and neatly tuck them behind here somewhere like that. But I'm just going to run the engine. Oh shit. That earth wasn't on very good, was it? I'm going to redo the earth again. I'm having a bit of trouble with this because it looks like the previous owner, he cut the ground too short so he wouldn't reach. Yeah, let me just sort that earth out. I mean, you could earth this straight to the frame. You could earth that to the frame and then earth this to the frame. Makes no difference. Because that's what your earth comes off. Your earth on your battery just goes straight to the engine. So the whole earth of the bike it goes through the frame. And do you know what? I might actually do that. I might just earth it straight to the frame. Put like a little ring, you know, the oh, excuse me. Oh, yeah. Just stick one of these on the end and just earth it straight to the frame. I am going to try that. Saves messing about with all this bloody crap here. So let me just do that and then I'll be back. Right, so the earth from the rectifier, I've just earthed it, I've just grounded it straight to the frame here. This cable doesn't even need to be connected to nothing. I think, I'm not 100%, but like I say, I'm an electrician, I have confidence that this will work. I'm just going to put a better ground on this one here. I notice this ground here is dodgy as shit. So I'm just going to sort that out before I carry on. Back in a second. Right then, so yeah, this isn't connected to nothing. I've earthed it to the frame off the rectifier. So the reason I'm not earthing this because it's already earthed. If I get my tester on it. So if I put that in that cable, see, so that cable's it's already earthed. So yeah, theoretically it should work. But I want to start it up anyway. Let's see if any of them cables get hot. And I'll tell you something, this bike runs pretty good. Well, you think I haven't started this bike for about 2 days. No choke. It's not even on a fuel pump. All it is, just put a bit of fuel in here and it's run down the pipe into the, just filled the carbs up. And hopefully it'll start first time. I might have to just put this down because I have to hold the clutch in. So I'll just put it on here. Stone cold. Yeah, it'd run out of fuel. Because I've seen fuel in here, I keep forgetting that this is like lower than the float bowls on the carbs. Anyway, should work now. I'm trying to get a reading, see whether the rectifier is still working. So it's picking up 13 volts. This frigging multimeter is a bit shit because it just rounds it up. It doesn't give you like 13.2 or like 12.4 or nothing like that. But it's on 13, so hopefully it should get up to about 15 if it's working. So I'm going to restart it again. And if you've seen that, it did shoot up to 15, so I'm happy with that. That's working. I might ground this to the frame somewhere actually. You can never get too many earths. The more grounds you got, the better the connections actually work. But I'm going to tape all this up. I'll individually tape it. I'll individually tape each one, and then I'll tape them all together, and then hopefully tuck it behind here. Yeah. But I was running that just, and it's still stone cold, so looks like I've got a result. Because the other day, when I ran it, it was only on for about 3 or 4 minutes, and this got red hot, and this part here started actually smoking. So it must have been a dodgy connection. Anyway, that's the result. So, I mean, you can improvise, but you get the idea. And it is a much better fix than the connectors that come with them. They was rubbish when they came out the factory. They was rubbish 22 years ago. So you imagine 22 years of corrosion and rattling around, and you know, they just get loose, and once they get loose, they start arcing, and that's what causes them to melt. That's what causes them to get red hot. Anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, bye. I always do this, just the last little bit. Yeah, so if you individually wrap them like this, I mean, them same connectors, but that extra little bit of tape just saves any condensation getting in the connectors and corroding them. And plus that other earth, I've grounded it to the frame. I've just screwed it in between that gap there. So now I'll just tape all the wires up, tidy it all up, and yep, job's a good one. So like I said, just until next time, thanks for watching, and yep, please subscribe and like and all that kind of larky, and until next time, see you again. Bye.